I met this boy, I just can't get him out of my head. It's a Tuesday, drink my coffee, watch the TV, go to the city, watch a movie. You got me thinking, whoa, you got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. We'd eat breakfast for dinner. You'd always tell me I'm a winner. Ain't you seen ya? In a hot minute, you got me thinking. Whoa, you got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. And when I'm feeling all alone, just wanna hear your voice on the phone. I get this feeling deep inside, makes me come alive. Come alive. Come You got me thinking of you again and again. You got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. Are we just friends? You got me thinking of you. Hey. You got me thinking of you again and again. Got me thinking of you again and again. You're going around in my head. I can't go to bed. You got me thinking of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Your friends were talking to my friends. Yeah, we caught each other singing along to an R&B song. Yeah, everybody was wishing that they were us. We were sitting real close, started kissing till they came over, told us last call. I remember it all. Yeah. Pearl Jam on your shirt, my rain in your hair, Miss Mississippi, hippie from the middle of nowhere. You were dancing on my blues, even though I had two left feet. Yeah, we leaned in at the same time. I could feel the sunburn on your skin. I could see you really doing me in. When you said, boy, close your eyes for this, I could taste the whiskey on your kiss. Couldn't tell if it was Crown or Jack D. Yeah, but all I know is you had me way more gone than anything that's strong. Now every time I'm feeling lucky, I sip something from Kentucky, go back and feel what we did on that night. even though I had two left feet. Yeah, we leaned in at the same time. I could feel the sunburn on your skin. I could see you really doing me in. When you said, boy, close your eyes for this, I could taste the whiskey on your kiss. Everybody was wishing that they were us. We were sitting real close, started kissing, and right now I'm missing that smile that I ain't seen in a while since you had Pearl Jam on your shirt, Flower Rain in your hair, Miss Mississippi hippie from the middle of nowhere. You were dancing on my boots, even though I had two left feet. Yeah, we leaned in at the same time. I could feel the sunburn on your skin. I could see you really doing me in. When you said, boy, close your eyes for this, I could taste the whiskey on your kiss.
Brand new music from John Wood, that is called Whiskey on You. And before that, brand new music from Danny Stefanati. We booked an interview today with her, and she kicked off the show with You Got Me Thinking of You. Well, you got me thinking of you, too. Welcome to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. We are live on our website right now from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And we are broadcasting live tonight from the Nashville Roadhouse Live at the Branson Star Theater, right behind the Olive Garden on the 76th Strip. Great show coming up with me for the next 3 hours, and then at 8 p.m. Central Time, Stevie Lee Woods and the Nashville Roadhouse Live Band take the stage, and it's all them tonight. No special guests, so they're going to play a lot of their great original music and a lot of country and a lot of rock and roll, so you want to be sure to be inside the theater for that. You can get your tickets now at the box office. We got a great radio interview with Mr. Dennis DiChiaro tonight at the bottom half of this first hour. At the bottom half of hour number 2, my good buddy Mr. Dave Linehan is going to join us in the second hour, and it's going to be a fun one tonight. 40 years in radio and still going strong, and he's a singer-songwriter, so we got a lot to talk about with those two gentlemen tonight. We want to give a big thank you to all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also from Belgium, WVMIradio.com, realradio.us, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, RadicalOnlineRadio.com. We are affiliated with LakeParadiseRecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label, Major Record Distribution out of Texas, another Sony Orchard record label, CountryRadio.lu in Luxembourg, 93.9 FM, the only FM radio station in an area of 200,000 plus folks, so we thank you for letting us put our show on there as well. You can check us out on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search The Tim Kelly Show and you will find us. This next artist is from Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, my good friend James Rose. It is called What Are You Listening To? How about The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
I put that record on, girl, you know what song, and I let it play again and again. You're in every line, takes me back in time. Yeah, tonight I'm wondering, what are you listening to? Is it a cover band in some college town bar where it's not on eyes and air guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song? about someone new. What are you listening to? I like to believe that you're just like me, trying to figure out how a good thing goes bad. And I don't know, I can't let it go, but it's about to drive me mad. What are you listening to? Is it a cover band or some college town bar where it's not on eyes and air guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, 'cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song about someone new? What are you listening to? Is it a feel-good song, get you driving too fast, the one that gets you moving on past the past, or the kind that you can't help singing along, singing whoa, whoa? Is it headphones on the downtown train, or a window seat on an outbound plane? Is it LA, sunny or Memphis blue? I wish I knew, I wish I knew. What are you listening to? Is it a cover band in some college town bar where it's not on knives and their guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, 'cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song about someone new? What are you listening to? I put that record on, girl, you know what song, and I let it play again and again.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I was driving to a new big city, starting a job, trying to make my living. I was happy till I hit a detour and delay. As the sun came down, I saw a small town, a country diner lit up with neon. Outside I heard the honky-tonk music play. I told myself it's gonna be alright, but self told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road, riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. So fun, got my Dooney and Burke to go inside. When I walk into the place, every face turned and looked at me. Well, I tossed my hair and held up my head. I could hear their whispers and read their lips. Found a table, more than able to hold my own, you see. I told myself it's gonna be alright, but self told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road, riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. No hat, no boots, betray my roots. There might be a fox in the chicken coop, so I flash to smile like my jewelry shining in the light. Oh, these clink-up boys with their big truck toys were having fun and making some noise, but it's easy to see they know how to treat a lady right. He won me over with his big broad shoulders and a heart as big as his head. He had a smile like a child on Christmas morning, swept me away without warning when he asked me to dance. I told myself it's gonna be alright. Myself told me to hold on tight. I'm a city girl on the back road riding for life. I'm doing country tonight. Yeah, I'm doing country tonight. Come on, oh, I'm a city girl. I'm a city girl. Come on, oh, yeah, I'm doing country tonight.
She is my good friend McKenna Faith Winters. That is called I'm Doing Country Tonight. 15 years young. How about that talented young lady? That's how you do it on the radio on a Friday night. I'm doing country tonight as well, live from the Branson Star Theater, right here on the 76th Strip behind the Olive Garden. Come see yours truly, broadcasting right in front of the box office. And speaking of box office, come and get your tickets tonight for the Nashville Roadhouse Live Show. Stevie Lee Woods and the band going to hit the stage at 8 p.m. Central Time right after we wrap up with the Tim Kelly Show tonight. But we got a good show lined up for you tonight. 2 great interviews coming up and lots of great stories behind the songs, and more of New Country's best is straight ahead. We got folks live in our chat room right now. You can be with them at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Just hit that Spreaker live radio player and double tap that little chat bubble you see bouncing around. Make yourself a free Spreaker account. Come in and say hello to yours truly and all the fine folks that we call family right here at the radio station. Speaking of family, how about this one? My good brother, Mr. Logan Sanders, has a brand new single that is just released today. That's how quick we get him on the radio, ladies and gentlemen. It is called Should Have Known, or Should Have Never Gone Home, and it features a great duet with a young lady by the name of Amber Marie. Logan Sanders, Amber Marie, right here now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
Through a cloud of Marlboro smoke, saw her throwing back her rum and coke. She doesn't know how much her heart is broke, but I do. I saw her big brown eyes were full. Heaven told me I should pull up a stool. I didn't think there's nothing I could do, but that wasn't true. I should have never gone home, left an angel all alone. Bloodshot eyes make me wish I was wrong.
You should have never gone home, left me drinking on my own, leave me leaning on the whiskey till I'm gone.
Is it too late to turn around?
Oh, I wish you'd turn around.
I should have never gone home.
Doesn't know how much I've been broke, but I do.
never too late.
I thought he would take my pain away.
Regret falling with the pouring rain.
Oh, it's driving me insane.
Should've never gone home, left an angel all alone. Bloodshot eyes make me wish I was wrong.
Should've never gone home, left me drinking on my own, leave me leaning on the whiskey till I'm gone.
Is it too late to turn around?
Oh, I wish you'd turn around.
I should've never gone home.
Should've never gone home.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Dive right in with all of my heart. Treat you like the king that you are. You'd be my one and only. Laugh at all your jokes when they're bad. Hold you in my arms when you're sad. Make our home warm and cozy. Can't put it all in words. Everything you deserve. Looks like she don't even try to help you be the man we both know that you can be. There's hundreds of reasons why she ain't Mrs. Right. Nurse you back to health when you're sick. Be your ride or die thin and thick. Keep you in my prayers daily. Make you smile when you're feeling down. Try to always find middle ground. Call you my sexy baby. Can't put it all in words. Everything you deserve. Looks like she don't even try to help you be the man we both know that you can be. There's hundreds of reasons why she ain't Mrs. Right. She may have the title, your last name written in the family Bible, but two wrongs don't make a right. When true love's on the line, can't put it all in words. Everything you deserve. I'd help you be the man we both know that you can be. There's hundreds of reasons why I should be Mrs. Right. Yeah, I could be Mrs. Right.
That is a brand new single from my good friend Lynn Say. Her name is L-Y-N for Lynn, and Say is S-E-Y. Go check it out. A brand new single called Mrs. Right. Well, I tell you what, I got Mrs. Right. I married that lady, and we're almost to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. She's running the sound, keeping us on the air here inside the theater at the Nashville Roadhouse Live at the Branson Star Theater right behind the Olive Garden on the 76th Strip. Come by and say hello to yours truly and meet Mrs. Right while you're at it. And we're going to have a good time tonight. night on the radio and in the live show as well. And we got a huge announcement that we're going to tell you about. That's going to hang on for a little bit. We might break that out in hour number 2 after we get some more folks in here and in our live chat room as well. But I've got Miss Shelley Lynn in our live chat room tonight. She is from Overland Park, Kansas. Last night I'm laying in bed at about 10:30 and I get a text, and it's a TikTok, and have I checked out this next artist that I'm getting ready to play? Well, obviously I checked him out. I loaded him up, and you're going to love this song. Brand new music from Drake Milligan. This is called Sounds Like Something I Do on the Tim Kelly Show. KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Staying too long at the honky-tonk, spending too much just to tie one on. Little less right and a lot more wrong. Sounds like something I do. Calling in sick when the fish are biting, taking those curves with the gravel flying, keeping one eye on the next horizon. Sounds like something I do. I never had a reason, girl, to go around looking for a fire to walk through. It ain't like me to want somebody rearranging all my want-tos. I ain't the kind to settle down and let myself get wrapped around somebody's finger, but if I had you, baby, sounds like something I do. My truck, get it pushing 80, picking you up, and later maybe getting one kiss and going half crazy. Sounds like something I do. I never had a reason, girl, to go around looking for a fire to walk through. It ain't like me to want somebody rearranging all my want-tos. I ain't the kind to settle down and let myself get wrapped around somebody's finger, but if I had you, sounds like something I do. Yeah! I ain't the kind to settle down and let my heart get wrapped around somebody's finger, but if I had you, baby, sounds like something, baby. Oh, it sounds like something, baby. Sounds like something I do.
His name is Drake Milligan. That is called Sounds Like Something I Do. And something I do is play that song again. And I got a couple of more from him as well. Brand new music for you on New Music Friday. Well, we've got our good buddy, Mr. Dennis DiChiaro, with us again. It's not our first interview. I think it may be our third, maybe our fourth. I'm not sure. I'm losing track. We've done a few.
Oh, yeah, we've done a few, and every one of them's a complete ball, Tim. I think the last time we talked was just before I went to do my last master session over in Nashville.
Yeah. And, boy, I'll tell you what, you got some new music out, and stuff is charting and blowing up the music charts. So congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you, man. That's a dream everybody has, is to watch your stuff go up those charts, man.
Yep, absolutely. So tell us, you've been working back and forth from Nashville and Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Is that right?
Yes. We have a lot of folks that work with us in Nashville, and then, for vocals, sometimes we send them down so James LeBlanc could cut them down there, and then we get them back in Nashville. So we do cross-referencing, and we use these are just the best, Tim. I mean, the quality of the sound, it just you can't pass it. You can't get better.
Absolutely. And speaking of doing quite well, as I look at your website, I think your future's so bright you got to wear shades. There's a good picture of you in dark sunglasses on there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I felt that was an apropos picture to have out there.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on all that. But for those who haven't heard your story before, and that's why I love doing the interviews, we call them the stories behind the songs. Kind of tell us how your musical journey and country music got started for you.
Oh, okay. Well, very simply, It was about 1984 or 5. I had the radio on. I was coming up from Colorado Springs, and you know, I'm not unfamiliar with music. I've played it my whole life, but I said, you know, I hear this new sound that I really like. So I started writing in the country music, and it just blossomed from there. Tim, I don't know how else to put it. My goodness.
Yeah. And, you know, we talk about it all the time on this program, how country music tells some of the best stories. And isn't it a fun thing to be able to put your life stories into words and tell it to the rest of the world through music?
And it's a complete blessing, Ken, and I'll explain. You know, when I sit down to write a song, it's a similar thing as if you start praying. You just surrender yourself to the music. And what I do is I write out the melody lines, and then I let the melody line drive the storyline. So it's just an interesting way to do it. But I've noticed my productions come out quite well doing it that way.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you work hard to try to put out something every month almost, 9 to 12 songs a year. So, you know, that's a good way to get radio airplay. I've said that for a long time. That's what keeps you on the radio, is putting out something fresh, at least for the artist, every 3 or 4 months. But you're putting out music even more than that. So that's good stuff.
I am. I'm putting out probably 6 or 7 a year. I've still got a couple from our last master session that's going to be coming out real soon here. I'm just going to keep the music flowing, Tim, because it's flowing through me, so you're going to get it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, you know, Alabama down there where you're from, that group Alabama, as I knew them, I think they started in 1979. They're on their we're on their 50th anniversary tour here recently. We got some good buddies that play in their band from Cache Creek and those guys, Chemo Forest. Alabama's not a bad place to be in the world of country music, is it?
Well, right now, Muscle Shoals is doing a kind of a rebirthing, a regeneration, a revival, and I'm going to get in. I'm going to keep it quiet, but I'm going to get in on the grassroots of that one. That is something that's been long awaited for Muscle Shoals, Alabama, to start kicking it back into full tilt in the country music, and it's going to be a revival, and I'm going to be part of it. I'm telling you what, Tim.
Man, that is awesome. If you do anything in music like the Alabama college football team has done recently, you're going to be doing quite well. Roll Tide, as they say down there.
That's right. I'm just blessed to be there. That's it.
Just going to roll with that tide. Well, that's good stuff. And you've got a bunch of stuff that you've put out recently, but how many songs? Now, I hear this all the time from songwriters, and it can be into the hundreds, but how many songs would you say that you've either written or maybe that you have that have been recorded? I mean, some artists have a catalog of songs. I've heard as much as 700 in the Library of Congress by an artist that I interviewed here not long ago.
Over the last 10 years, I have recorded master sessions of 106 songs.
Wow.
And of those, I have 62 of them are on YouTube, and some, you know, we just still have. But the forthcoming stuff that's coming from me, Tim, there's about 3 others that I want to release, and I'm currently writing my way back to my next master session in Nashville right away. It's really flowing, so I'm doing. But at any rate, I put out 62 songs, I would say, in the last 10 years.
Wow.
And 3/4 of them have charted. So I'm just blessed high and low with the great people that play with me, Tim.
That is awesome. And you use the Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Where do you go to record in Nashville? Can we give them a shout out?
Well, sure. I mean, I use a nice family studio that everyone's comfortable in, and it's called County Q. It's just a quiet little studio, and we just put together some of the finest sounds because we have such great people playing in the band, and we have a fantastic engineer mixer.
There you go. Now,
Tim, go ahead, sir.
I was going to ask you, too, on your music now, do you get a lot of artists that hit you up and say, hey, I would like to have that song and record it for myself?
Yes. Oh, of course I do. In fact, I'm in negotiation with 2 right now, and I got to drive a hard bargain because I own all the publishing on everything.
Right.
See, I didn't sell out the publishing, so not only am I wearing the writer's hat, I got to wear the publisher's hat. And yeah, so to say what you said, yes, I do allow other artists to come in and cut my music.
That's awesome. Now, do you co-write with anybody, or are you pretty much your own writer of your material?
I have to say, Tim, it's kind of a solo thing because I get deep down into my feelings and get very solemn about it, and I just can't see how I could co-write that, if you follow me.
Right.
It's just hard. It would be hard. Yeah.
Well, that's real talent right there, man. When you can do all of that on your own and wrap those stories up in 3 or 4 minutes and put the music in there, I love all of that. That process of songwriting has always intrigued me, and I love talking about it on the radio because everybody's got their own style and way of doing it, and we love to hear it all because when I push play on the song, they're going, wow. and we're fixing to be wowed by you.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah. You're actually, we talked about getting charted on music charts. What's your highest charting song that you've got right now so far? Do you know the numbers by off the top of your head?
On the traditional chart in Nashville, Daughter of the South is number 7.
Okay.
And on the Cashbox chart, that one's very difficult to make.
Yeah.
I premiered on the chart at 92, but no, at 94, and this week moved up to 86. So I jumped this month, moved up to 86. So I jumped 8 slots on that, which is good. If you check that chart, that's where all the guys come to play.
Man, I love it. And there's a couple other big ones out there that everybody wants to be on, is Music Row and Billboard. And you're probably right behind them or next up in line, I'm sure.
We're sure hoping that Once Maybe Twice pushes its way to Billboard. Yep. It's getting a lot of radio play, and people are just love the song. I wrote a song about a train and made it. My first song.
That's awesome. A train?
Well, Once Maybe Twice is about a guy on a train, man.
A guy on a train. And I've got Dave Linehan coming up next. That's why I asked. He's got a song called Squirrel Train that we're going to play tonight, too. So
Good.
Awesome.
I'm eager to hear it.
And here in Branson, they have the Branson Scenic Railway, which is a train ride that goes down into Arkansas, and then it comes back to Branson. And it's a 4-course meal. We've done that. It's prime rib and the whole thing, and you get dessert and everything. So, if you haven't done the Branson Scenic Railway train ride or come to Branson, that's one you definitely want to do.
Oh, the Branson, Missouri is a beautiful place. Gospel capital of the country.
Absolutely. And live show capital of the world. We've got more theater seats here in Branson than on Broadway in New York City. I don't know if you knew that, but there's a bunch of them here.
I did not know that at all, my goodness. So, I hope they're filled every night.
They're getting there. I'll tell you what, we're got some folks funneling in now, but this show here inside the theater don't start for a couple of hours, and we're doing our radio show out here in the lobby, but that theater here that we're at, the Branson Star, holds probably close to 1,000 people. So there's plenty of people in here going to be able to hear your songs live on the radio because we're playing through the speakers right now. So.
That's a wonderful thing, Tim. You're one of the hardest working people in show business, and I just got to say that for everyone to hear.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're having a good time, and the more I do this, the more fun it is. So that's what keeps us going.
Excellent, man. What a big deal.
and the music's pretty darn good, like you make and others. So that helps too.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yep. Well, we talked about this song that we're going to play for you here in just a moment. It's called Once Maybe Twice, song about a train. Can you give us a little bit more information? A guy on a train.
Okay, James LeBlanc from Muscle Shoals, the lead singer, and the great Colleen Walters is doing backup. We have Larry Paxton on bass from the Grand Ole Opry. We have Kerry Marks on guitar from Opry, and Paul Skolton playing drums, and Jimmy Nichols on the piano. Put it all together, and you got us.
That is awesome, man. This is Once Maybe Twice. The writer is Dennis DiChiaro. He's live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on New Music Friday. And we'll be back with him to hang out and talk some more after this.
Rolling in my brain on a northbound train makes it easy. I have no place to go. Great Southern boxcars all in line. I hopped them once, maybe twice, to rest this weary heart of mine. One day at a time, I'm not rolling with the dice. Sixes, a time or two. When the train come pulling in, never mind what might have been, if the last stop is you. And the rhythm of the wheel seems to help inside my brain. Something about steel on steel, always on my mind. I've been thinking over time, over you. At the end of the line, I'm really doing fine. Just got too much of nothing to do. I have one girl on my mind. She loved me once, maybe twice. She and me were friends, and I can smell her hair when the wind is blowing right, like a goddess, but she was real. On a mission to find love, show my love how I feel. When you're drifting on your own, makes no matter where you roam, if no one is waiting for you. I'll take a taxi, plane, or boat, fly and drive or ride and float. I'll get back to you. Oh, I'll get back to you.
His name is Dennis DiChiaro. He's the writer of Once Maybe Twice. And, I've played that Once Maybe Twice, and actually more than that for you on the radio. It's a great song, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very pleased with the way that one is just performing and the reception that I'm getting from the radio stations and the listeners and just the constant email. Man, we love that song, and it's like, That's why I do it. That is why I do it.
Absolutely. It's all for the love of music, and we were just talking. You get a lot of music, and I get a lot of music in my email. And I love to put it out there when it's new and fresh, and it's all about good music. I don't care how many followers the artist has or how many times that song's been played already or viewed. If it's a video, I want to get it out there before anybody else we can, and then reach out and get them on the radio like we're doing with you and have an interview with them. So.
Just a wonderful process, Tim. On behalf of everybody that you've ever interviewed, thank you.
Thank you. And we booked some today that are looking forward to being on the program, and I love talking to everybody about this country music thing. I really believe that this new country that has come out in the last few years is just so good. And you mentioned traditional country, too, and climbing some of those charts. I love it when the artists are doing their part to keep traditional country music alive, too. That is a big, big deal.
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, that is where it all started. And the melodies that I put together that come to me as I'm writing, I say, my goodness, that's a traditional sound. And I get very excited. And I get very excited to say, oh, my goodness, this is great. It's just not your everyday stuff that you turn on the radio and you hear right and left. This is real down-home, rooty stuff, and that's the biggest joy that I have.
Absolutely.
Like that.
And, know, that group Alabama, they said even in a song, you got to have a fiddle in the band, and then a steel guitar doesn't hurt either. And they play that here at the Nashville Roadhouse Live show. Mr. Michael P. Hermsmeyer does a great job on the steel guitar and the fiddle, and he can do the Charlie Daniels Band, Devil Went Down to Georgia justice. That is for sure, and we get to see that every night we come down here.
Oh, speaking of the devil song, the last time I had the most wonderful conversation with Mr. Charlie Daniels at backstage at Grand Ole Opry.
Mm-hmm.
I met him, and he goes, I had Larry Paxton do the introduction. He looked at me and he goes, I was younger before you was younger. And so he's just a wonderful character. And I had the pleasure and the privilege of watching him perform Devil Goes to Georgia right from backstage, right on the pews at the Opry. And, man, you talk about a crowd getting absorbed. They were just flying with him, man. It was great.
My wife, a couple of Christmases ago, got me his memoir from the Charlie Daniels Band, and it's called Don't Look at the Empty Seats. And, you know, that's the way I look at this radio show, you know. I don't know who's out there listening. I just do the same quality of show and play the same quality of music, whether it's, 200 listening or 20,000. It doesn't matter. So
that's right.
That was what Charlie Daniels was all about, was putting on quality entertainment. Speaking of quality entertainment, you're not only hitting the music charts with your music, but you're also up for some awards, and the one in Holland is coming up pretty soon, and you're up for some there. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much for bringing that up. I was blessed to be asked by the founders of the Red Carpet Music Awards to be a juror this year. So I of course, those are in different areas than where my songs were nominated. I found out that I was nominated 4 times over there. So that award session is that award show is going on next week, and man, that's just another exciting thing. I'm just so blessed. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, that is awesome. You know, music is universal. Country music is one of the biggest genres out there. There's so many subgenres in the world of country music. And I like a little bit of everything. We started off with a brand new lady tonight doing a little bit of pop country and a song that I really loved, and we set up an interview today. But there's the outlaw country, there's this red dirt country that's come out of Texas, and we still got traditional country being made we talked about. So it encompasses everything, and we're sending you out to 15 stations around the world tonight with your music, and then when they play it, and you get awarded and recognized for it, it even happens in these other countries, and Holland's a big supporter of that, obviously.
They certainly are, and just to talk a little bit about global appeal. As you know, Tim, a lot of my material is on YouTube, and they have the finest analytics there. Yeah. And I see my viewership and my listeners are from all over the planet, and it's just something you can't tell if you're not experiencing it, So you said it right. Our music has a global appeal.
Absolutely.
And it's a wonderful thing, because I get called constantly from artists around the world that do want to cut my songs, and it's like, my goodness, that's just wonderful. How did you hear? Well, everybody knows you, Dennis, but it's okay, good.
Yeah, and that happens too after doing it as long as we have. I'm in year number 11 with this radio show, and we've done our 3rd or 4th interview tonight. So and everybody seems to know everybody in this big indie community of country music. It's big, but at the same time it's small. I know Gabby and those folks that put on the Holland Country Awards, the Red Carpet Awards, and we've got a bunch of other award shows. One just happened here last weekend with the ISSA Awards. I know Tammany and all those folks too. So
many congratulations. I just want to forgive me. Many congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for being there.
All of that stuff blows up my news feed on Facebook, and I'm a fan of every one of them, so it's hard to play favorites to me. I would have a hard time being a judge for one of those country music awards. I'd love to do it, but I don't think I could judge one, because I love them all, man. I'm like on The Voice when Blake Shelton just retired after 23 seasons, but if you can turn my head or my chair, so to speak, in about 10, 20 seconds, you're getting on the radio. That's just how it is.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, my goodness.
And my neck hurts all the time. No, I don't. But I tell you what, it sure does not hurt to play music like you make, my friend. I sure thank you for doing the program tonight. It's been a whole lot of fun again.
And I thank you as always, Tim. We got to get together more frequently. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. Daughter of the South. Now, that's a good song, probably about somewhere down around Muscle Shoals, Alabama, right?
It's a song about someone who was dissatisfied with where they were living and the music scene around them, so they packed their bags and hit the freeway.
All right, there you go. Well, I love the stories behind them, and thank you again, Dennis, for doing the interview tonight. It will not be our last. Hit me up again, and we'll do one in a few more months. And if you got something new you want to promote, you know where I live, man.
Yep, you betcha. And I'll catch up with you right after next master session, and we'll get it on again, Tim. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Dennis, just real quick, if you want to give a shout-out to your social media, if folks would like to check you out with some more music, give us a link to your website or whatever you want to tell. I've been looking at it the whole time, but I'll let you tell it.
Okay, sure thing. If you want to, you can go to any of the platforms, the Deezers, the Amazons, and find my stuff. But if you want to sit back and relax and watch a video, just go on over to YouTube. Just type in Dennis DiChiaro in your search bar. YouTube will pop up there, and you can join all the other fans that have been listening.
And I blasted you out on all of my social media, and the picture that I used that I want to talk about for just a second was of you on that big Nashville sign. So tell us how that kind of happened. That's a pretty cool deal.
That was a big promotion that we were doing for the release of the song Everybody Knows. And we just happened, I was driving down Broadway looking for a tiny little billboard with my picture on it. I almost fainted when I saw that thing, my God.
That was not very tiny.
No, that was wonderful. Got a lot of good press out of that, Tim.
That's awesome. Well, we're doing something cool inside the theater tonight, and I was asked tonight what is the resolution on the two big screens on either side of the stage inside the theater, and I had no idea. I would say feet instead of inches, so I'm not sure how big, but we're going to see if we can make what was sent over work tonight. So we're going to make a big announcement in hour number 2, which is coming up, and you want to be able to stay tuned for that because it's really going to be cool for the city of Branson, and later on we're going to do it for the rest of this country and the rest of the world. So,
my goodness. Well, I'm not going anywhere.
It's going to be neat, yeah. So we'd love all of the artists that we play on the radio to be on board with that. So it's going to be a fun thing. Well, Dennis DiChiaro, I thank you for your time tonight. We will definitely be talking, and we'll see you on the radio in the meantime with Daughters of the South on the Tim Kelly Show, KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
She can stop you where you stand with a twinkle in her eyes. She does nothing by the book. No, it never was her style. Though she hails from upper Motown, that ain't what her life's about. Packed her things and hit the freeway, 'cause she's a daughter of the South. There'll be times you need to hear her voice. There'll be times when you need her, making no time for yourself, keeping all intentions where they were, and everyone awaits her every word. 'cause it doesn't fit her clothes. She'd rather fight than argue. She'll likely punch you in your nose. Someday I hope to find one. Always says what's in her mouth, and I'll always understand her, 'cause she's a daughter of the South. She's a daughter of the South. My daughter of the South. She's a daughter of the South.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I'm going down to the corner for a shot in the smoke. To the boys killing time, trading lives for the most. Remember this about battle out the guys when we sat at the bar down the corner. That was it, that was that. I asked for your hand and you said I do. You heard of my past till my face had turned blue. One thing never told, slipped my mind, never asked about the bar down the corner and having a blast. I'm going down to the corner for a shot and a smoke. To the boys killing time, trading lives for the most. Pass the time, have a laugh, have a cry, share a joke with my friends on the corner and then going home. Spending time shooting bull, playing cards past the hat. Had the bar down the corner and then coming back. From the bar down the corner and then going home. Going down to the corner and then going home. Going down, going down, going down, going down. Going down, going down, going down, going down. One thing never told, slipped my mind, never asked about the bar down the corner and having a blast.
That is called Bar on the Corner, written by my good friend Mr. Dennis DiChiaro, who we just did a great live radio interview with tonight. That one climbing up the traditional country music charts. Bar on the Corner, Dennis DiChiaro. Go check that one out on YouTube and all streaming platforms as well. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show, KICR Indie Country Radio. We are live on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We are inside the Branson Star Theater, Nashville Roadhouse live show tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. 2 more hours after we get through with the radio program tonight. Then after that, there is karaoke after the program here in the lobby where I'm broadcasting from. Mr. Rick Wright just come up to me and said hello. He's going to be doing the karaoke tonight. So you folks, get your pipes ready. Go get you something to drink at the concession stand and get ready to sing tonight. It's going to be a fun time as well. We're going to hang out for all of it tonight. It's a free night for yours truly, and we're having a good time already. Doing it on the radio right now. Well, the big announcement that we are going to make inside the theater tonight is this. We are going to be taking nominations from you folks to give away a guitar from Nashville Guitar Works. That's right. It's going to be free to some lucky winner. It could be somebody here in Branson. We're going to have Stevie Lee Woods and all of the Nashville Roadhouse Live band members sign it. We're going to try to get Leona Williams to sign it when she comes by in a few weeks, and then Miss Jeannie Kendall as well, and Carl Acuff Jr. It's going to be a great, great time, and some lucky person is going to walk away with a brand new guitar. Now, the way it's going to work is you're going to go to the artist's website and Facebook page and like those. It is Carl Wayne Meekins. We're going to have that in the theater tonight on the big screen, so you'll be able to do it right from your phone. And if you want to do that on the Nashville Roadhouse Live or Branson Star Theater Facebook pages as well, nominate somebody, and we want you to write a story about why that person deserves to win that guitar. So if they're just getting started in music and interested in learning how to play, if they already know how to play, we want to hear those stories and why you think they should win. So it's going to be a great, great night here at the Branson Star Theater. And then September 22nd, we're going to give that guitar away to some lucky winner on a Friday night right here at the Branson Star Theater. Here's the gentleman that's got that going on with the guitar giveaway. He's an artist that I've interviewed twice. His name is Carl Wayne Meekins. This is called A Color for Lonely on the Tim Kelly Show, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
She showed me her favorite pictures as I painted her bedroom walls. This one's my son's graduation. He's a doctor now with kids of his own. Here's one of my late husband. I still think about him day and night. That's why I'm changing the colors. I'm just trying to move on with my life. But I don't have a color for lonely. I can only cover over the past. No, I don't have a color for lonely, and I can't paint yesterday back. Wish I could ease the pain, make it go away, but I don't have a color for that. No, I wish I had a color for lonely. He told me his wife up and left him for someone that she just met. Now there's a for sale sign in his front yard that he's just trying to forget. Could you patch up the nail holes where pictures of us used to hang? Thought I could live here without her, but man, I can't. No, I don't have a color for lonely. I can only cover over the past. No, I don't have a color for lonely, and I can't paint yesterday back. Wish I could ease the pain, make it go away, but I don't have a color for that. No, I wish I had a color for lonely. Hundreds of houses I've painted o'er the years, but I haven't found yet a color that goes with tears.
All right, Jessica Pearson and the East Wind. I love the name of the band, by the way. Jessica's on the phone. How you doing, Jessica?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. So where are you calling me from? I didn't check where you were at. I know it's in Ontario somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm actually right outside of Kemptville in Oxford Mills, Ontario.
Okay, like I live in Ontario. Where is that?
It's about 45 minutes outside of Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you're in Ottawa heading to Toronto, we're like a very back off town that has no stop sign even.
Okay, so you're from a little town.
Yes.
And you grew up there?
No, I basically grew up on the other side of Ottawa, but in just a small town, yes.
So you're a small town girl. That's all I want to know. Okay.
Yes.
So this name, Jessica Pearson and the East Wind, now Ottawa is east of Toronto at least. So where did the name come from?
Yeah, so my family is from like the Ottawa Valley, so we have a lot of Celtic heritage. But the name really came from me and a friend were talking about his uncle lives on the East Coast in New Brunswick. And one summer, they always kind of talk about the east wind that comes in and it's big east storms. And one summer, he actually lost his front porch to the ocean and to the east wind. And we were joking about how that's kind of like how our harmonies are when in live shows. Is our harmonies just come at you like the east wind. And he had said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that has to be our name. So now that's why we're Jessica Pearson and the East Wind. So for me, a lot of my influences for songwriting, which I feel like a lot of songwriters talk about, is really their own experiences in life. So talking about different feelings, emotions, experiences that they go through, and that what I've gone through. And a lot of my songs are really about that, but also about what my family and friends go through and just the world in general. I find that there are so many things that happen in this world that we don't talk about enough. There's a lot of struggles that we go through, and a lot of the like classic country songs that I grew up listening to were really about that, about dealing with hardship and going through those times. And so for me, my songwriting, I really try to kind of focus on that and bring a hope to it.
Well, let's talk about your ticket price. No, let's talk about your new single, Row. So let's go with the song first before we get to the ticket prices. So tell me about your latest single.
Yeah, so this new single called Row came out of a very crazy experience. Myself and my bandmates were flying from Toronto to Ireland for a tour earlier this year, and we had a layover in Iceland. And the layover was supposed to be 2 hours, but when we landed in Iceland, the winds were 115 kilometers an hour, that we weren't able to deboard. So we were stuck on the plane for 16 hours. We had run out of food and water nearing the end, and the pilot had seen us bring on our instruments when we first boarded, and he came up to us and asked if we would play some music just to help people through and help pass the time. And of course, he said yes. So we ended up sharing our original stories and songs and taking requests from all the different passengers. And about, I'd say 45 minutes after that, we had finished playing, and 10 minutes later, we were able to deboard. And it was just such a crazy experience of realizing that, you know what, sometimes the world takes off without you, and you just have to try your best to make good out of that situation, just like we're talking about earlier. And so this song, Row, is all about that. Obstacles come in our way, and you just have to try your best to get through them and kind of make lemonade out of lemons in that sense.
There's a message in the pounding of your chest, sending you a warning, beating out an SOS. It's trying to tell you trouble waters up ahead. You can sense it in the wind, an undertone of dread. One way to stay alive, one choice to survive. Row, 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 put your paddle in and row. When you get to the rapids, you can't let it take control. Go, go, go.
country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
I don't wanna feel this lonely. I don't wanna hold a grudge. I kinda wanna find somebody, but I don't wanna give you up. I don't wanna spend another minute sitting here not over you. I don't know how you did it, 'cause I don't know what to do. I've been putting one boot in front of the other, letting time do what everybody says it does. Easier said than done when you miss someone. I might move on, I probably won't, but I'm always gonna love you more than I don't. I don't wanna walk these sidewalks downtown at 2 a.m. thinking of you like I said I wouldn't do, but baby, here I go again, putting one boot in front of the other, letting time do what everybody says it does. Easier said than done when you miss someone. I might move on, I probably won't, but I'm always gonna love you more than I don't. I don't know where you are, I don't know who you're with, I don't know where to start, I don't know where this hurt is. All I know is that I've been putting one boot in front of the other, letting time do what everybody says it does. Easier said than done when you miss someone. I might move on, I probably won't, but I'm always gonna love you more than I don't.
That is brand new music for you from a brand new group. They are Two Lane Summer. You got to go check that great country music duo out. Fantastic song called I Don't, and I will keep playing them. They are awesome. I debuted them on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the show a couple of weeks ago. Two Lane Summer and I Don't. Well, this next artist is brand new as well. Got his music today, and we requested a radio interview, so you're probably going to be hearing him with yours truly on the program as well in an upcoming show. His name is Steve Smith. This is called Baby Hold On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
In this moment I'm in, standing in front of you with all our friends. I know you're scared to death, and I am too. When I look in your eyes, there's nothing we can't do. So baby, hold on, we got this, girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the leap like our moms and daddies did. Living on love is all we need. You make me what I wanna be. Living our lives are gonna be a song. So baby, hold on. Life's never been a Mercedes-Benz.
with you in my arms, all that ends. I feel invincible when I'm with you. Take my hand, love, do you feel it too? So baby, hold on, we got this girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the lead like our moms and daddies did. Living on love is all we need. You make me wanna be. Living our lives are gonna be a song. So baby, hold on. Now the preacher man is ready, the choir's singing too. No time to panic, love will see us through. So baby, hold on, we got this girl. You and me gonna see the world. Take the lead like our moms and dads did. Living on love is all we need. You make me wanna be. Living our lives are gonna be a song. So baby, hold on. Oh baby, hold on.
Country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to it. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible. Lipstick on a map, cold coffee cup, backseat watching mama get all dolled up, counting change, sitting at the pump till the sun comes up. She'll be handing out love. Too young to stay by myself at home, old enough to know what's going on, sleeping with somebody new, just doing what she's gotta do. And I hope that he's a nice man, and one day we can get out of these hills, get off of these pills, and pay them bills with all our clothes on. And one day I won't feel wrong, born into this fire, don't wanna die here, I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible belt. Mama kept her men written in a book. Sometimes I'd sit and thumb it through, see the mayor, my preacher, my teachers, at any hour of the night they could reach you. Police came and tried to take me, but mama cried she needed her baby. It's like heaven's door is shut, it's so corrupt. A prayer's enough to get out of these hills, get off of these pills, and pay them bills with all our clothes on. And one day I won't feel wrong, born into this fire, don't wanna die here, I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, the whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching, put another notch in the Bible.
pay them bills with all our clothes on. And one day I won't feel wrong. Born into this fire, don't wanna die here. I just want someone to see me. No, I didn't choose my family. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching. The whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching. Put another notch in the Bible. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching. The whole town's going straight to hell. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching. Put another notch in the Bible. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching. Everybody's talking, everybody's watching.
That is a brand new single from my good friend Taylor Austin Dye. She is Kentucky born and raised, and her latest single is called Bible Belt. That's where I'm broadcasting from, live from the Bible Belt of Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. You can follow Taylor Austin Dye on all social media, but I found her on that cool little app called TikTok with her debut single about 2.5 years ago. She got a lot of TikTok accounts now. I hate those hackers, don't you? They doing it to her, and they did it to us too. They hacked our KICR Indie Country Radio Facebook page. So join the KICR Indie Country Club. It's a private group over there to keep the hackers at bay, but you'll want to join that because that way you can nominate for somebody to win a guitar here in Branson, Missouri that we're going to give away on September the 22nd. You can also join the Artist Played on KICR Indie Country Radio on Facebook as well. And be sure to join the Nashville Roadhouse Live Facebook page. You guys are going to get the chance to nominate somebody to win a brand new guitar that we're going to give away September 22nd right here live on the Nashville Roadhouse Live show at the Branson Star. This next gentleman is making his debut tonight on the radio. He is a great artist, and he's got a song called Bad Habits. I don't have any of those, as you can probably tell. I'm just kidding about that. His name is Corey James Grubb. This is him right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
I woke up in a puddle of sweat with a pain that could bring a man to tears. The life I've chosen has taken a toll. I've been hard on myself through the years, but the pain I'm in, this life of sin and mistakes, just can't hold a match to the way I feel when you look at me like that. Bad habits, honey, I've got a few. Bad habits, the reasons I'm lying to you. Bad habits treat me better than you do. Well, it's hard to say how much a man can take, but I've learned how to take you, dear. Blowing smoke like an old freight train, drowning in whiskey and beer. Well, it's crying shame, this silly old game, but I've learned how to play it well. I'm a branded man, but only me and the devil can tell. Bad habits, honey, I've got a few. Bad habits, the reasons I'm lying to you. Bad habits treat me better than you do. Bad habits, well, honey, I've got a few. Bad habits,
His name is Corey James Grubb. That is called Bad Habits, and like I said, I don't have any of those. I got a bad habit of getting on the radio every now and then and talking to a lot of cool people like Dave Linehan and a whole bunch of others, but I am going to do that here in just a second. But Mr. Corey James Grubb was hanging out in Atlanta last week at the ISSA Awards, and it looked like he had a great time and hooked up with my good friend Wade Houston, who is also married to a great artist by the name of Dusty Lee Houston, and they recommended his music get to me, and it sure did, and we're playing it on the radio tonight, so that's how we do it around here. Well, Dave Linehan is with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing really well. How are you?
Doing fantastic, man. Thanks for doing the program, and it's good to visit with you again.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for all you do for us independent artists out there. It's really amazing. You champion us all, and we certainly appreciate that.
Thank you. I was just talking to Dennis DiChiaro, third or fourth interview that we just did, and I told him, he's going to be a judge for one of these award shows coming up at the Red Carpet Award Show in Holland that they're doing. And I told him I don't think I could be a judge. I love all of you guys, and it would be so hard to judge who's going to win, for a certain song, because I love them all.
I agree. I don't think I could either. There's just so much great music out there today. There really is.
Well, you're in radio. You've been in for a long time, and if you do like I do, and you get all this good music sent to you, the hardest part is deciding what to play next. And you're live on the air. You got one on one deck and one ready to be loaded. I'm like, where do I go now?
Yeah, it gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But, I also do the podcast, so I try the Songwriter Connection podcast. So I love it when publicists and other people suggest artists and great songwriters to be on the show, because I like you. I like to help those independent artists, and we've had some good ones down the line.
Oh,
so,
I do too.
Yeah.
I had a young lady reach out to me today. She was born in Australia, and I loved her music so well, and of course I've loved Olivia Newton-John. That's who I grew up listening to. Was my favorite Australian country music singer when she was just getting started.
With Olivia Newton-John back in the day. Oh my God, one of the most beautiful humans on the face of this earth back then. Yeah.
So I get music like that today, and we book an interview, right off the bat, and her name is Danny Stefanati. So be sure to check her out. And Danny is Danni, so she is amazing.
All right, I will.
Yeah.
So, I'm writing it down.
Yep, absolutely. Danny Stefanati. You'll probably want to interview her too. And, tell her I sent you.
It sounds Italian to me.
Yeah. She might be now, but she's got the Australian accent, because I heard her talk. Okay. She did a live acoustic set, and she did some talking in that, which I edited this morning. But yeah, she talks in Australian too. Got that accent from down under. Well,
awesome.
Speaking of down under, we're in the lobby here at the Branson Star Theater tonight, having a good time, and we're hanging out here, and you're getting heard by a lot of people tonight, live on the radio, and they're walking by and getting to see us do the show. It's a lot of fun.
Hello, everybody! How cool is this?
That's pretty
great.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You'll be smelling popcorn here in a little bit over here at the concession stand.
I love popcorn, so yeah,
there
we go.
The kind of stuff that we don't get to do in radio, when you get out of that studio, like my home studio or your radio studio, when you get out and get to meet the folks, and I know that's why you do the songwriting too. You're passionate about that, and you're really getting to meet a lot of cool people. I see you playing at this place called 12 Keys all the time.
Yeah, I host a writers' round there on Wednesday nights, and it's always a blast. As a matter of fact, you were talking about Dusty Lee there, was it? Yeah, her and her husband, we've hooked up a few times. They were going to make it, and I think one of them had COVID, and so they couldn't. But we're looking forward to scheduling them again too, because they're great people, and she's a great artist.
She can sing. I'll tell you what. She wrote a song, 99 Halos, that was a tribute to her father that passed away, and man, that's one of the best songs that I've played on the radio since I've been doing this, and I'm in year number 11. So.
Oh man, yeah, that is certainly that will bring some tears right there.
Yeah, it is definitely a very touching song, and she just knocked it out of the park with her vocals on that one. So she is getting some recognition. In fact, a couple of years ago now, they moved from Idaho, where they were living, and made that trip to Nashville, Tennessee. Her and her husband both moved to further her career in music, and as far as I know, it's going great. She's on everything that I'm seeing.
That's great. Yeah. I love it. She's one of those artists that you start to see everywhere.
Yeah.
They're really good at promoting themselves, which is, that's part of the thing with independent artists. You've got to do that, you know. Yeah. And on my podcast, Songwriter Connection, we've done a few shows just on that, on how to better promote yourself as an artist and a songwriter, So, they do a great job. Yeah.
Well, and I know from being in radio the challenge that it is to get radio airplay, and that's where I love helping these folks out. Because they feel so passionate about a song that's the story of their life, possibly that they wrote. And I just talked to Dennis DiChiaro. He doesn't co-write with anybody. He does his own thing, so he's putting his life out there for folks to hear. And got a young lady I played tonight, 15 years old, McKenna Faith Winters. Her debut single. She sent it to me, and then about 3 days later pops up on my YouTube feed. And, it's a really, really neat experience to be able to be somebody's first airplay on the radio and then their first radio interview. And I'm sure you've had that a few times in your career.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, too. Just like a week ago, I heard you talk with Brooklyn Summer, and you did her first ever radio interview, didn't you? She is amazing. I love that girl.
She was 10 years old. Yeah, she's a rock star, man, I'll tell you, in the world of country.
And taking this town by storm. Mm-hmm.
She was telling about these neat things that she does. She's real crafty, and she tried to put my logo on a belt buckle, and she just couldn't pull it off. So what I got in the mail from her is a little bitty guitar, got the strings on it and everything, and got her name on it, and it is hanging
cool.
It's hanging on my boom microphone stand right here inside the theater right now. I'm looking at it. So
you got to take a picture of that and put it on your webpage or something.
I'm going to do it.
That.
I'm going to do it. I just did a Facebook Live as we were walking into the theater tonight. It's like 100 degrees out there, but I wasn't live very long tonight because it's hot. And I'm bringing in my equipment to load up and get ready to do the show tonight. But I'll definitely do that. It's a really neat thing that she did, and she sent me a really nice card and everything. So.
Oh, she's such a sweetie. I love her and her mom and her dad, Jay. Just a great family, really is. Her brother, they're just wonderful people.
Annie was behind the scenes when we did our interview last week, and she said that she looks up to you like a second dad, and boy, that's a good compliment.
Now that's going to get my allergies working.
Yeah.
I can hear my...
That'll do it.
Oh, man.
So, how did you guys hook up? Was it because of that? Was it because of that move she made to Nashville's how you met her?
Well, I'm trying to think. I think the first time I met her, Annie and Jay brought her to the 12 Keys, and we had her up, and she just blew me away. I'm like, oh my God! And at the time, she was 12. She was 12 then.
Yeah.
And we just kind of been friends ever since. My friend Scott Berry, who's an amazing songwriter, we talk about Scott all the time, is the genius savant of songwriters in this town. And he pitched her some songs because she came within a whisker of being chosen for this year's and I don't know if I'm going to say it. I think it's okay to say America's Got Talent. She was almost there.
Okay.
And so they were looking for songs that fit her better because she loved the Gretchen Wilson kind of style.
Yep.
But they felt that was kind of old, too old for her to sing about, honky tonks and that kind of lifestyle. So they said, go back to Nashville, write some of your own songs, look for songs that are you, and that's where Scott and her hooked up. He started pitching her some songs, and one of them was a song that Scott and Erica Latza and I wrote called Blues on the Blacktop. And she just fell in love with that song, and she said, I'm going to record it. And I would say after that, friends for life.
Yeah, she killed it on that song. When I heard it, I was going, okay, I've got the 10-year-old Brooklyn. Here's the 13-year-old Brooklyn. I mean, it's night and day, and she is so good now on that song.
She really is. Taking voice lessons and guitar lessons. Every time I see her, Tim, she just blows me away. Yeah. And we play in a couple of rounds together around town. And every time I'm like, whoa, good night, folks. I'm done after 6 legs.
Yep.
The first time she sang Blues on the Blacktop was at the 12 Keys, and Erica Latza, one of the co-writers, was there, and she hits this note the last time through the chorus, and I was watching Erica, and she hit that note, pick it up real high, and Erica about fell out of her chair. It was real funny. It was unbelievable. So, I believe in this girl, and I think she's one to watch.
I do too. Yeah. And we were talking about Sherry Cranford off the air, and she's promoting Brooklyn and helping you out too, and we're friends. We've talked on the phone, and she's worked with a bunch of big names in the past, and she told me she thinks Brooklyn's the next Carrie Underwood, and I wouldn't doubt that a bit.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. And I love Sherry, too. She's wonderful. The hard work she does for all of us.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Now, one thing I want to talk to you about, because my love for radio started when I was really, really young. And I used to listen to Rick Dees when I lived in San Diego. He was on an L.A. station. Jay Thomas when he was alive on Power 106. And, and then he became Carla's husband on Cheers and was an actor. And he used to be on David Letterman all the time. So loved him on the radio, and then of course the great Casey Kasem, America's Top 40. That's what kind of got me interested in radio. So when I was in my 20s, I moved to San Diego and went to broadcasting school, and their slogan was, "You'll never know what you can do until you try." Well, I wanted to try, so I'm going to San Diego, and I love the 80s music, and that was what was playing on the radio then. So I got to take my vinyl albums to the school and do a 1-hour show and play all of that good stuff like REO Speedwagon and Journey and Chicago and all that. Madonna was getting big then and stuff, and all of that. So that was a big thing for me to be in radio. And on our board of directors was a guy by the name of Burton Richardson, who was Arsenio Hall's announcer when his show was on. He would say, "Arsenio Hall," and introduce him.
That's right.
And I believe you told me that you actually went to school with Burton Richardson. Wasn't it high school or something?
No, it was Arsenio.
Oh, it was Arsenio. Okay, the Arsenio Hall. You went to school with him.
The Arsenio, yeah. At Kent State University. Yeah.
How about that?
He was in the radio TV program there. We worked at the same college radio station.
Yeah.
And just a great guy. Yeah.
So,
I remember him just being a wonderful guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we used to, this is how old we are. I mean, back in the day, we used to record our work on cassette tapes, and we would the school would mail them to folks like Burton Richardson and different ones that were working in the radio and TV industry, mostly in L.A., and they would grade our work, and that was a pretty cool deal to have Burton Richardson or somebody like that. You watched them.
One of your idols?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
To grade some of your work. Now, tell us about your love in radio and how it started.
Oh, man. There was a local radio station where I lived, and I lived on the west side of Cleveland. And in high school, on career day, the owner of that station came and talked to us, and he just impressed me so much. He was such a neat guy. He brought commercials for us and told us about donuts and they played commercials and just the whole magic of radios. It was always in the back of my mind. But see, in my mind, I was a rock star and a hockey player, and I had I come to the realization that I wasn't going to be the rock star I thought I was. I just wasn't that gifted on the guitar like my brother. But I like writing songs and I like finding new melodies. And I went to college to try to walk on and play hockey, but I didn't make the team. And in a fit of depression, I was at at one of those parties, dorm parties, and there was a DJ disc jockeying there, and so I walked up and I talked to him when we got to talking about radio and stuff, and he goes, "Well, I have a radio show," and he said, if you have an interest, come on, I'm on this time, and just come on up and hang out, I'll show you what it's all about. And see, radio was still magic to me then,
Yeah.
And I walked into that studio and was just wowed, and I watched him work, and I went, man, this is what I want to do. And next thing I know, I had a radio show on the college radio station, and then that turned into a paying job doing jazz on the NPR station. And so that was my first gig doing jazz music, which at the time I knew nothing about. And I told the program director, I am flattered that you like my voice, but I don't know a thing about jazz. He goes, "We're going to teach you. You're going to love it. It's easy to learn." And he was right. And to this day, I love jazz. I listen to jazz too. I'm multi. It doesn't matter. I hate genres, so I like all kinds of music.
Yep.
I love music.
I'm the same way, and it was a good thing because I remember I had to go take some training at a real radio station in Vista, California, just outside of San Diego. And the guy was doing like midnight till 4 or 5 in the morning on his shift. He was actually our instructor and working in radio. So he goes, "You want to see how a real radio station operates? Come watch me do my show." I sit there for 5 hours that night, working the night shift with him and helping him out that night, and just had a blast. And he's playing the oldies from back then. It was like 50s and 60s and stuff like that. I mean, it was the 70s. 70s weren't even oldies yet. It was only 10 years in. So.
That's right. Oh, wow.
So
see, that's the way to learn, though, from people that were doing it, and I've always said that, too. That's why I love those broadcast schools like Columbia.
Yep.
I was the director of the old one time it was Connecticut School, and then it became the Ohio Center for Broadcasting. We had schools in Chicago, a couple in Chicago, one in Denver, Columbus, Cincinnati. I ended up being the director of the Cincinnati school while I worked for B105 in Cincinnati. So yeah, I really believe in that kind of hands-on training.
Yeah.
Because that's how you learn. I really think you learn by doing, and from people that are doing it and being successful.
Absolutely.
And that's cool.
And, I didn't really have anybody teach me this internet thing, but the format that I use is so user-friendly, and it's just like a real radio station, although they're MP3s. You got one deck that's playing and then another one ready to be loaded with another song, and you just pull it off of your hard drive and back and forth all day long, or all show long, and it's really neat.
The only thing I just have to correct you on one thing. It is real radio.
It is real.
When I hear that is real radio.
It is.
And you even got the KI. What is your call letter?
KICR.
Yeah, Indie Country Radio. That's right. Yeah, and that's beautiful. That's so brilliant, man. What you've done.
I actually bought the digital rights to that. Somebody pitched me that, and he said you can actually buy the digital rights to that radio station. So I own that.
Killer.
And,
wow, that's awesome.
And a lot of people find me because they're looking for indie country radio stations and Google us, and we're the first one to pop up. So that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about SEO pretty much. I do the website and everything, but don't really know how to promote that and put it up there on a Google search. But just by doing that, it did it itself pretty much. So.
Well, you're getting it out there, man. You really are.
Weird.
And my friend Steve Foster's, I know you probably hear from him a lot.
Yes, I do.
Steven's Indie Picks. And,
yep.
And he promotes to a lot of stations like you, and you're one of the top ones that he goes to. I know.
Yeah, absolutely. I get his emails all the time. Have for years.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Good guy. Yeah.
Well, speaking of a good guy,
he's been under the weather lately, so having some heart issues, so he could use some thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Mr. Steve Foster. We're with you, buddy.
Yep.
Speaking of good guys, you're one of those, and you're not only talented on the radio, and I love your radio voice, but you can sing a little bit too, my friend. How did that interest come about to make that transition?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call me a singer, but I always loved it to try it. And even going back to when I was a kid, listen to my mom sing in church and sing along with her, and I'd do the choir thing, and we were raised Catholic, my brother and I. So back in the 70s, it became really big for these guitar masses. So we'd bring our guitars to church and play along and sing and Russ and I, my brother, we got hooked very young, and we would sing and play together and harmonize and that kind of thing. So I always had that interest. But like I was saying, I knew I wasn't going to be a rock star, so I thought the second coolest job would be to play my favorite songs on the radio, and that's really what brought me into the radio business. But today, I consider myself more a songwriter than anything. I have a passion for the craft, and it is a craft, the craft of songwriting.
Oh, isn't it?
I do it every day, and I set up co-writes, and that's what I'm really all about. I'd rather sit down and spend 4 hours writing a song than frustrate myself on a golf course somewhere.
Looking for the ball.
That's just me.
Or saying for a lot, right?
Right. That's even better. Yeah. 4 hours writing a song rather than saying four on the golf course.
There you go.
I should have thought of that.
There's a song right there.
Good one. Very good. You're the man. The legend.
Life in the bunker, and we're not talking about Archie. That's how old we are.
Absolutely, man.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, you got a great song here that I was asked by Sherry here recently to write kind of a tagline or my take on the song. It's called If I Were a Song. And I said, Sherry, if I were a song, I'd be that one right there by Dave Linehan.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Now, that was co-written with Billy Lee. Billy Lee's a dear friend of mine. Billy wrote Gary Allen's big #1 hit, The One, and which was always one of my favorite songs.
I love that song. Ooh.
And then you talked about Australia not too long ago. My friend Michael Saletta, who lives near Melbourne, Australia, and we wrote that on Zoom, all three of us together. And it was an idea I had for a long time, but those guys really helped bring it home. And I'm real proud of it, especially when you get to the bridge that just ties the whole thing together. So for me, it's always been a special song. And
Awesome.
So thank you for playing it and promoting it.
Absolutely. We're going to bring it home right now. If you can hang out for a little bit longer, we're going to come back and talk some more with our buddy Dave Linehan. This is called If I Were a Song, his latest single, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
If I were a song, I'd be the first thing to run through your mind when you wake up in the morning. And I'd be with you all day long. If I were a song, I'd be the last one to be with you when the day's done. If only I were a song, I'd be the melody burns in your memory, like a feeling that won't let go. And I'd be the poetry, rhythm, the energy, with a lyric that takes you home and makes you sing along. If I were a song, if I were a song, I'd be on your playlist. Had a bad day, I help you get over it. I'd be that kind of song. Yeah, I'd be the melody, burns in your memory, like a feeling that won't let go. Yeah, I'd be the poetry, rhythm, the energy, with a lyric that takes you home and makes you sing along. If I were a song, if I were a song, and you'd know every line, every rhyme and every note. If I were a song, I'd be the one you wrote. If I were a song, I'd be the first thing to run through your mind when you wake up in the morning. Oh, I'd be with you all day long. I'd be the melody, burns in your memory, like a feeling that won't let go. And I'd be the poetry, rhythm, the energy, with a lyric that takes you home and makes you sing along. Makes you sing along. If I were a song.
His name is Dave Linehan. His latest single is called If I Were a Song. Man, you knocked that one out of the park. Congratulations. And we're going to keep burning it up on the airwaves.
Well, thank you for that.
On a real radio station. How's that?
You are a real radio station.
Exactly.
Yes.
Broadcasting from Branson, no doubt. How about that?
At the theater there in Branson.
At the theater.
That's awesome.
You can probably hear some of these people in the background. They're all gathering around now, and we're having a good time. And they put on a top-quality show inside this theater, too, and they're filming for national TV on NBC. This Nashville Roadhouse Live got picked up. So a lot of the indie artists that I'm playing on the radio are going to be reaching out to me after telling this on the radio, and I don't mind that a bit.
Yeah.
But we are currently evaluating talent to be on that TV program, and it's going to be a great...
I'm reaching out right now, brother. I'm reaching out.
There you go. It's going to be a great variety. It's going to be a 30-minute variety show, and you get to do an acoustic set, I believe, and tell your story of country music like you're doing talking to me tonight. So
I am so there.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we're doing tonight is we're going to nominate somebody to win a free guitar from Nashville Guitar Works. I've got an artist that is working with them to give away guitars, and we're going to have Stevie Lee Woods, the headliner, here tonight, and all of his band sign this guitar. We're going to get Leona Williams. Leona was married to Merle Haggard at one point, Leona Williams.
I
and
remember.
Jeannie Kendall and Carl Acuff, we've interviewed them a couple of weeks ago. They're going to sign it, so it's going to be a fun giveaway.
Remember Royce and Jeannie together, the Kendalls, playing them on the radio.
So
we lost Roy a couple years ago, didn't we?
Yes, we
so.
did.
Yeah.
And so if you go to my Facebook page or the Nashville Roadhouse Live or the Branson Star Theater and you nominate somebody you think who should win that guitar, just write a cool story of why you think they should win it, and we'll give it to them.
That's awesome. Tim, Tim, that's cool. That's so cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I was telling you, I really love this little guitar that Brooklyn sent me. But could you imagine getting a real one that you could play?
I can't imagine. That's great.
It's going to be a blast.
Best gift ever.
Yep.
Best gift ever. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, music is a gift, man, and I appreciate that you make that music, and we get to play you and have this relationship that we've had in a couple of interviews, and we've just become really good friends. And our friend Brooklyn Summer, she's like a daughter to me. I'll tell you what, I've got one. She's 27, but Brooklyn is she's a really special person and super, super talented.
Yes, she is. Really something. And I feel the same way, kind of like a daughter.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, it was sure good talking to you tonight. We're glad to have you on the radio. Now, your podcast is still on the air, so promote that a little bit on another real radio station. Where can we find you?
I'll tell you what, the best place to find us is the DaveConnection.com. That's my new website. And the reason for that is my radio show is called Nashville Connection, heard on WNOI. NOI. They're in Illinois, yes, in Illinois, and WOBL up near Cleveland, Ohio, and it's heard every Friday morning. And then there's the podcast, which is called the Songwriter Connection, and that publishes every Wednesday. We've got a new songwriter that you can make a connection with, and we've had some great ones. We've had Hall of Fame songwriters. We've had great independent artists as well. If you go to my webpage, you can click on the latest episodes. There's links right to all those shows. So
awesome.
Check it out if you would. I appreciate it, yeah.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to be interviewing people like Dusty Lee and those, man, be sure to let me know about it. I want to hear that one. I've interviewed her a few times.
I will.
And I miss those folks. And actually, they're going to be on my list to come here, hopefully, to the theater and get to do something for the TV show that we're doing. They don't even know about it yet unless they're listening tonight. But you can give them heads up on what's going on if you want to, but I'm going to be reaching out to all those folks, you included, about what's going on there. So.
I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to text them tonight and suggest they do the podcast.
Yeah,
it's ask when they're going to come here to be on our writers' night. So yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your next song is called Louisville Slugger. I love baseball, and I've got a Kansas City Royals tattoo on my arm. So is this about?
You really?
I do.
Yeah.
I got Patrick Mahomes on the other arm.
Oh, he's a Kansas City dude.
He is.
That's all right. I'm still very loyal to my Cleveland Guardians and my Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And I don't need your pity. It's been a long suffering all my life,
Hey,
So,
Royals are having one of the worst seasons they've had since I've grown up watching them, too. So I get that.
I know. And it was just a few years ago. They were like two World Series in a row. They were just this amazing team. It was sad. Yeah. But, I've always been a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a real big part of my life. I can't go to bed at night until I find out how my Cleveland Indians Guardians did that night. So, and if you see me, normally I've got my phone out and the game day on, and I'll be finding out who's doing what. A lifelong fan, and so we were driving back and forth I was living in Cincinnati. Reds fan as well, and we were making a lot of trips into Nashville, and if you go through Louisville, which is right on the way, the Louisville Slugger Museum is there, and I always wanted to stop in there, and we did, and it was the time of my life. It was just like, I could not imagine, I had a chance to hold Mickey Mantle's bat and get a picture taken with it, and I'm like, God, are you kidding, So we got back, and I was telling some friends, I go, I want to write a song about a baseball bat. And the original idea was to write it about a bat from the point of view of the baseball bat, how it came from an ash tree in the Catskills, floated down to Louisville, and they turned it down on a lathe and made this bat, and it found this boy. And that was the first version of that song. But there must have been about 4 different versions, and the one that you're going to hear was the last co-write. And now it's pretty much the story of a boy and his bat. And when we first did this song and demoed it, we sent it to the general manager of the Louisville Slugger Museum, and we got a really nice letter back from him saying that I was that 8-year-old boy in that song, and thanked us for writing the song. So anyway, I got to play. I hadn't played it in a while, and I was playing a room called the Cambria here in town, and I had one more song, and I didn't know what to play, and I looked up, and every screen had a baseball game on, and I went, you haven't done Louisville Slugger in a while. And the guys behind the bar were also big baseball fans, and I did it. And from that day forward, it was like anywhere I go, I had to play that song because people kept requesting it. So I said, I better record it. And now you're going to hear the version that Ren Renfree produced. He's my producer, and he did a wonderful job on this. And the guitar work you're hearing in that is a guy named Steve Cervencic, one of the best guitar players in Nashville, bar none. He is amazing. So anyway, there's the story of the song. Except for one thing, I always said Louisville Slugger, and my good friend Michelle from Louisville tells me it's Louisville Slugger.
Okay.
So I have to learn how to say it right. Louisville Slugger.
Hey, I'm the same way on some of these artists' names. I'm like, I hope I'm not butchering that on the radio.
Louisville, something like that. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Louisville.
That's one of the toughest things in radio is pronouncing everything right too. It.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes you don't get a second chance.
You don't, and there's like things like roads. Like here in Nashville, there's a road, and I swear if you looked at it, you would say it's Demon Ruin.
Yep.
No, Demumbrian.
Yep. That's why I never became a weatherman. I didn't want to get that wrong.
Yeah. There's a Lafayette.
Yes.
In just about any state, but in Tennessee, it's Lafayette.
Oh my
Figure
gosh.
that out. But if you call it Lafayette in Tennessee, people go, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Yeah. Well, whether it's Dave Lindahan or Linehan, it has been fun talking to you tonight, my friend.
Yeah, Lindahan.
And we're going to lend a hand to you right now and play another song of yours, and we're going to do another one for the top of the hour, too. How's that sound?
Sounds great, bro. Thank you.
Man, we've had a blast, and don't be a stranger. Come back and hit us up anytime. We'd love to have you back on.
Anytime, my friend.
This is called Louisville Slugger on the Tim Kelly Show, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on a finally Friday.
Turned down on a lathe, signed by Willie Mays. It's like no other. And it found its way to me underneath our Christmas tree when I was 8 years old. I'd beg Santa Claus and my mother. I had a dream and it seemed so real. The bottom of the ninth at Wrigley Field, it just staring down a 3 and 2 count, bases loaded, and I knock it out with my Louisville Slugger. I took it everywhere I went. Some nights even slept with it. My daddy used to laugh. He swore it was attached to my shoulder. To let me stay up late. Me and him would watch that game like buddies sitting in the stands. Oh, and in my hands was that Louisville Slugger. I had a dream and it seemed so real. Bottom of the ninth at Wrigley Field, just staring down a 3 and 2 count, bases loaded, and I knock it out with my Louisville Slugger. Well, the big leagues they never called. Now it hangs on my son's wall, and on the end of it, that's my old Rawlins mitt. Sometimes I wonder, but the dream still seems real. It's the bottom of the ninth at Wrigley Field, and he's staring down a 3 and 2 count, bases loaded, and I watch watch him knock it out. With my Louisville Slugger. It's hanging down at Miller's Sport Goods. 30 inches of solid wood they turned down on the lathe. They burned in the name Louisville Slugger.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm known in certain circles for my ADD. My friends know I'm distracted so damn easily. I could walk into a room and have no clue why I'm there. I forgot what I was looking for. I just stand and stare. Squirrel train, bad to leave the station. Squirrel train, my mind was on vacation. Squirrel train, completely off the tracks. Sometimes I wonder if it's ever coming back. Squirrel train, squirrel train. Well, I must admit I suffer from that CRS disease. My mind goes right and left and everywhere in between. You gotta know it's guaranteed. I'll forget your name. I had it when you said it. It just flitter flied away. Squirrel train, bad to leave the station. Squirrel train, yeah, my mind was on vacation. Squirrel train, completely off the tracks. Sometimes I wonder if it's ever coming back. Squirrel train, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I swear to you that I'm not blonde and my head ain't filled with hair. In fact, it's just the opposite. There's way too much in here. Squirrel train, bad to leave the station. Squirrel train, I think I need some medication. Squirrel train, completely off the tracks. Sometimes I wonder if it's ever coming back. Squirrel train, yeah. And I swear if I had like $1 for every thought I lost just last week, I'd be, hey, squirrel, where's that squirrel? Who got that squirrel? Hey, squirrel train, squirrel train, squirrel train.
Once again, he's my good friend Dave Linehan, and I'll tell you what, we got a little squirrely on the radio tonight. That one is called Squirrel Train, third song for him tonight, kicking off hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show. Welcome to it. KICR IndieCountryRadio.com is our website. We are broadcasting from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We got a great live show going on right now, and one more to go. The Nashville Roadhouse Live takes a center stage at 8 p.m. Central Time tonight. You can still get your tickets over here at the box office. They do have the popcorn going on and all the other goodies right now, so get yourself some concessions and get ready to watch a great show tonight. It's Stevie Lee Woods and the Nashville Roadhouse Live Band tonight all show long. You're in for a treat. And we're going to announce a great guitar giveaway that we're doing on the program as well. That'll be on both sides of the big screen TVs. You want to have your cell phones ready so you can nominate someone in the Branson area or wherever they may be key to win a brand new guitar from Nashville Guitar Works. It's going to be a fun night of country music and a little bit of rock and roll. Well, this next artist makes some great country music. He's our good friend Darren Morris from the Darren Morris Band from Gilmer, Texas. His latest single is called I Can Drink in This Bar. On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
It's a boots and beer dive on the other side of town. Half burned out buzzing sign, almost falling down. It's the perfect place for me, that's how I feel tonight. I just need some place to think and get her off my mind. I can drink in this bar. It's a place no one knows her name. Nobody's asking me where she's been. Won't smell her perfume or see her face. Yeah, I can drink in this bar. Mistakes. Ain't gonna see her in here on a new guy's arm. I can drink in this bar. I'll have another whiskey, I've got a lot to drink about. Tomorrow she might miss me, but right now I figured out I can drink in this bar. It's a place no one knows her name. Nobody's asking me where she's been. Won't smell her perfume or see her face. Yeah, I can drink in this bar, where I can drown all of my mistakes. Ain't gonna see her in here on a new guy's arm. I can drink in this bar. Keeps playing all the reason I can't give her up. I can drink in this bar. It's a place no one knows her name. Nobody's asking me where she's been. Won't smell her perfume or see her face. Yeah, I can drink in this bar. Ain't gonna see her in here on a new guy's arm. I can drink in this bar. Ain't gonna see her in here on a new guy's arm. I can drink in this bar.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing New Country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Came rolling into that church pew like a cloud of smoke. I was out all damn night doing God only knows. Never even made it home. I wear last night's hair and a second coat of that carbon black mascara. Lord bless my soul. I'm guilty as charged. Never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my
take an extra sip of their communion wine. The Holy Ghost might save my sins or kill this hangover of mine. My rowdy ways have flashed a few blue lights. Come Judgment Day, gonna need an alibi. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head, make the cross, sending up my one phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. I'm a repeat offender, a good old-fashioned sinner. So Lord, I surrender. I'm guilty as charged, never claimed to be a saint. My heart's a little lost, so I came here today to bow my head near the cross, sending up my word phone call. Hope the Lord will pay my bill, 'cause hell, I'm somewhere between. I'm somewhere between. I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. Jesus and jail. I'm somewhere between Jesus and jail.
Her name is Taylor Hughes. That is her latest single. It is called Jesus and Jail. Last year, she performed at Freedom Jam USA. This year, yours truly is going to be emceeing that event. It's coming up September the 30th in St. Peters, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis at the Diamond Music Hall. And this year's headliner is the son of Lori Morgan and Mr. Keith Whitley. Jesse Keith Whitley going to be your headliner this year, and I get to introduce him. Isn't that going to be fun? Freedom Jam USA maybe still has a few tickets left, but they're going fast. All the VIP ones are gone. I got those because I want to do meet and greets backstage, and there's food involved if you get a VIP ticket. FreedomJamUSA.net is their website. They are a show and radio sponsor, and you can check out all of them on our sponsors tab of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. This next gentleman is going to be taking the stage here at the Branson Star Theater in less than 45 minutes. He's our good buddy Stevie Lee Woods. This is called Something About the Way You Look Tonight on The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
There was a time when I was everything and nothing all in one. Then you found me. I felt like a cloud across the sun. I need to tell how you light up every second of the day. In the moonlight, shine like a beacon on the bay. No, I can't explain, but there's something about the way you look tonight. It takes my breath away. Oh, the way you look with a smile, you pull the deepest secrets from my heart.
Hey y'all, it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Almost missed the turn to my mama's house, just looking around at all the things that have changed since I rolled out. That brand new coffee shop used to be a gravel lot. It was the home game hangout spot, and now it's not. And it's real clear to see that we're through without me. The sun will go up, sun will go down. They'll widen the road on 58 South, out with the old, breaking new ground, ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town left me. I just ran into Miss Robertson, my next door neighbor growing up. She said hi back, but I'm not sure that she recognized who I was. How can a place such a part of me move right on without skipping a beat? Cover my handprint with fresh concrete, paving over my memory. The sun will go up, sun will go down. They'll widen the road on 58 South, out with the old, breaking new ground, ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town left me. On the outside looking in, wishing I was part of it again, and go back every time I can. But time marches on like that high school band, and that sun will go up, it'll come down. They'll widen the road on 58 South, out with the old, they're breaking new ground and ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town left me. This town left me. This town left me.
That is a brand new single from May Estes. She is from Hope, Arkansas. Made her Grand Ole Opry debut this last March the 4th, and she's playing there quite a bit now. And she's playing a lot of different venues around the country. Go see May Estes if you get a chance in a live show, and follow her along with 360-some thousand TikTok followers. She does these cool things called Mayday Mondays. Lots of great live original music and some cover songs of all your favorites as well. This next artist won season number 18 of NBC's The Voice, Team Blake all the way. He is my good buddy, Mr. Todd Tilghman. This is called Home Wasn't Built in a Day on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
In a one-bedroom apartment over her grandma's garage, just a couple crazy kids in love, that's where this story starts. We weren't afraid of nothing, cause we didn't have a clue. Some stick-on tiles and a coat of paint, and we turned that house into a home. It wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. I did a lot of hanging on when I wanted to let go. Took a lot of years
years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. The numbers on the mailbox ain't the only thing that changed when you handed me that test and then a book of baby names. It wouldn't be the last time I'd see that glow again. After 2 turned into 3, turned into 4, turned into 10, and filled our home. It wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. You did a lot of hanging on when you wanted to let go. Took a lot of years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. Oh, the days were long, but the years flew by. These pictures on the wall show me why. The story of you and I, it wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. We did a lot of hanging on when we wanted to let go. It took a lot of years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. It wasn't built in a day. Oh.
Number 1 for today's country. New music discovery.
Maybe it wasn't our time, so why did we hold on? We were so innocent, immature and young. We couldn't handle every promise that we made, but we both knew back then we couldn't walk away. We were crying outside your parents' house, trying to figure out who to blame. I knew it all along, I couldn't give it away. If you're looking for my heart, I lost it long ago. And the worst part is he doesn't even know that it's killing me inside, that I still haven't let him go. And my heart still belongs to the first one who broke it. Another year gone by, and when I close my eyes, I see you in the top-down Jeep, singing Sweet Child of Mine. When I'm driving down the back roads by your house, yeah, I wonder, are you better now? If you're looking for my heart, I lost it long ago. And the worst part is he doesn't even know that it's killing me inside, that I still haven't let him go. And my heart still belongs to the first one who broke it. The first one who broke it. Would have traded anything just to do it all again. Get my heart back from the one that never loved me like you did. If you're looking for my heart, I lost it long ago. And the worst part is he doesn't even know that it's killing me inside, that I still haven't let him
That is brand new music from Annika Katharina. She is from Vancouver, British Columbia, and a great tune called Broke It. She is currently working with my good buddy, Mr. Clyde Hill, former manager of Nickelback. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Also from Vancouver, British Columbia, Annika Katharina, and a great song called Broke It. Well, we haven't broke it yet. We're still on the air, and we got less than 30 minutes to go. Then the Nashville Roadhouse Live show kicks off right here at the Branson Star Theater. If you haven't already, come inside, get your concessions, get your tickets for the show. Going to be a great show tonight with Stevie Lee Woods and the Nashville Roadhouse Live Band all show long, performing some of your favorites and a lot of original music as well. Going to be a great time tonight. Well, this next artist has 65,000 YouTube views in only 4 weeks to this latest song. He is Cody Webb, and the song is called Peaches on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Friday. I love Peaches.
Hush your mouth, I was way down south, round about mid-July. I saw a sign by the road, fresh peaches ahead, figured I'd give them a try. She was sitting there in a fold-out chair, looking bored with nothing to do. Then she turned and smiled, and those big blue eyes about knocked me out of my boots. Now I got peaches in a can, peaches in a basket, tractor pulling peaches, holding up traffic. Peaches rolling around in the bed of my truck, got a house full of peaches, all because of that pretty thing working at the roadside stand. Got me stopping by every day thinking, oh man, good God Almighty, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for slow talking, sweet southern peaches. Now I'm eating peaches every morning. Guess what's for supper tonight? I bought the honey and the jam, some ice cream, and then I even bought a jar of moonshine. I got boxes piled up on the front porch, gonna have to start giving them away. Man, I'm about sick of peaches, but here I go headed that way to get some more peaches in a can, peaches in a basket, tractor pulling peaches, holding up traffic. Peaches rolling around in the bed of my truck, got a house full of peaches, all because of that pretty thing working at the roadside stand. Got me stopping by every day thinking, oh man, good God Almighty, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for slow talking, sweet southern peaches. Says they're shutting down Labor Day. Just think about all the money I'll save. I got peaches in a can, peaches in a basket, tractor pulling peaches, holding up traffic. Peaches rolling round in the bed of my truck, got a house full of peaches, all because of that pretty thing working at the roadside stand. Got me thinking about putting a ring on her hand. Good God Almighty, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for slow talking, sweet southern peaches. God Almighty, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for sweet southern peaches. Sweet southern peaches.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Whoa, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. It's been folded But every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom. There's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. No, she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink. Everything about it's bittersweet, because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. Yeah, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
His name is Randall King. Great country music from the great state of Texas. That is called In the Picture. Well, picture this. In about 20 minutes, the Nashville Roadhouse Live show at the Branson Star Theater is going to kick off, headlining by Stevie Lee Woods tonight and the Nashville Roadhouse Live Band. Going to be a great, great show. We're going to announce a great guitar giveaway that we're going to be doing, and we're partnered up with. It's going to be a fun night of country music, a little bit of rock and roll, and concessions. We got popcorn going out here and everything else. Come in and get your tickets right now to see the Nashville Roadhouse Live at the Branson Star Theater, located right behind the Olive Garden on the 76th Strip. And then after the show is over tonight, join Mr. Rick Wright for a great night of karaoke and a whole lot of fun there as well. Going to be fun and a lot of good time going to be had tonight. This next artist had a good time last summer. Got the pleasure of being able to open for Mr. Tim McGraw on his 2022 summer tour. His name is Brandon Davis. This is called See You In It on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
Do you remember that time we were sitting there beneath the porch light on a late night? You were just smiling back at me. The world took the back seat. I was hanging on your every word. Or that night we caught the late show. Your daddy didn't know we were flying down a back road. His F-150 was where I stole your heart in the Georgia dirt. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down, but every red light street sign leads me back in town to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this two-bed, one-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it.
sea. Summer sundress, your hair in a mess. We were everybody's dream, always be 18. Thought we had forever found. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in time to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this 2-bed, 1-bath hall. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. Time I try to cross that county line, I find leaving here means leaving you behind. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in time to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this 2-bed, 1-bath hall. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. I see you in it.
There was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Everybody knows when she walks in, it's like, who's that model next to him? I don't mind, 'cause I'm the lucky one. It's okay to get a little jealous. I used to be one of you fellas. I tell you boys, she's second to none. She's my rock and she's my roll. She's the one that broke the mold. She's my one of a kind, no doubt about it, she's all mine. Turning heads with her lip gloss smile. She's my ace in a hole, shining like a diamond wherever we go. And kisses sweet as summer wine. She's my one of a, she's my one of a kind. She's a long talk on a starry night, short fuse when she knows she's right. She's cool as water from a mountain spring. She's a good look charm when things get rough, made of sweet, sassy, sexy stuff. Yeah, boys, she's my everything. She's my rock and she's my roll. She's the one that broke the mold. She's my one of a kind, no doubt about it, she's all mine. Turning heads with her lip gloss smile. She's my ace in a hole, shining like a diamond wherever we go. It kisses sweet as summer wine. She's my one of a, she's my one of a kind. Yeah. She was made on a blue moon night, was falling in love, never felt this right. my one of a, she's my one of a kind. She's my one of a, she's my one of a, she's my one of a kind.
Brand new music there for you from another Brandon. Back-to-back Brandons. How about that? Brandon Lorenzo. He is a great Canadian artist, and that is called One of a Kind. And he works with Lauren Tutty Promotions, who is a show and station sponsor of ours. You can check her out on our sponsors tab at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Well, we got brand new music from our good friend Adam Grant from the state of Georgia up next, and we'll send it out to his biggest fan, Shelly Lynn, in her new residence in Olathe, Kansas. It's called Life of the Party. Hey, that's me, right here on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
I'm the life of the party. I'm everybody's friend. The center of attention. That's how it's always been. They love to see me coming, but hate to see me go. It's just a game I'm playing, but I'll never let them know. I can almost hear their laughter when I turn out the lights. The life of the party dies a little every night. A little every night. Yeah, the life of the party dies a little every night.
Tell me it's 2. Once again I'll think of you. When they point to 3 a.m. I start to think of you again. Soon the morning light will come one more cloudy night is done. I won't be sad, I won't be blue, I won't be crying over you. I won't be crying over you while you're holding someone new. Don't be thinking that I'm blue with teardrops falling over you. I won't be sad that you've gone. Pick up the pieces and move on. Might do the same with someone new, but I won't be crying over you. Today, crossed the street, then turned away. That was you I seen, I'm sure, yesterday and the day before. Must be plain for you to see. Your leaving doesn't bother me. I won't be sad, I won't be blue, I won't be crying over you. I won't be crying over you while you're holding someone new. Don't be thinking that I'm blue with teardrops falling over you. I won't be sad that you've gone. Pick up the pieces and move on. Might do the same with someone new, but I won't be crying over you. Might do the same with someone new, but I won't be crying over you.
His name is Chris Melanson. He's a great country music artist from Canada. And boy, what a way to end the show with that great traditional country music that we talked about in both interviews tonight. His latest single, I Won't Be Crying Over You. Well, don't be crying over me when I leave the airwaves tonight. I'll be back in a couple of days. We'll take the weekend off and then join me Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, our regular time, for a new edition of the Tim Kelly Show on New Music Monday. I'll have a couple of Freedom Jammers to interview. Miss Shayna G and my good buddy Mr. John Eason will join the program on Monday night as well. I want to thank my good friends Dennis DiCiaro and my buddy Dave Linehan for joining me on this program tonight. We had a great time and lots of great laughs, and we'll do it again real soon, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to stay tuned, and you can hear all of our recorded stuff on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We've got the Nashville Roadhouse Live kicking off here in just a few minutes. We're going to go in and check out that show, and we'll take lots of pictures, post it on our social media, and announce the giveaway of that brand new guitar that we're going to do tonight, thanks to Nashville Guitar Works. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you